and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast, the number one place for your hunting, fishing and country sports stories from around the world. Stick on the kettle, crack open a beer, pull up the feet, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to episode 101 of the Irish Hunting Podcast. This week we do something a little bit different. We try to record a live podcast from a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with our friend Andy Henderson. All the while trying to catch some tope. Pretty interesting, folks. Enjoy. Right, lads, welcome back and welcome to Andy Henderson. We're out here in the middle of Sligo, Ross's Point. Andy's brought myself and Robert on a fantastic boating experience here out in Sligo. Thanks a million for having us, Andy.
Oh, no problems at all. It's great to have you. Fun couple of 2 days. Well, day and a half. We're only halfway through day two.
Halfway through, yeah. So yesterday, Rob was just setting up another couple of rigs here. We're fishing away in the middle of the ocean. Fantastic views here. But yesterday we learned a hell of a lot about what you guys do down here in terms of lobster fishing. How long are you at the lobster rods?
Oh, since I was young. Started off probably when I was 5-6 going with my owl lad, and then gradually built from that. Started going on my own, and then now it's more of a hobby kind of style for us. Still have a licensed boat and everything, and we done alright yesterday, got a few.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
I think we were in the 20s yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah, we were up in the high numbers. So
yeah. Apart from the one that Rob couldn't pull in.
Yeah.
Poor old devil.
Lads, they won't give me a mic. They won't let me talk.
We got there. It took a bit of nursing for Rob, but we got him over.
we got him over the line. Yeah, and it was obviously our first time, so you were able to show us up close. We have plenty of video footage which we'll be uploading, but the difference between the hen lobster and is it cock lobster? Is it?
Yeah, hen
and the cock lobster.
And then we actually had a couple of berries as well.
That's right, yeah.
Which will be going back.
We're on a tope here. We're on tope. We're going to pause this for a second.
Yeah.
Try and clear everything, Pat, so that I have space.
Up the front of the boat.
Oh, Robert's still there. He's still there.
Right, lads, we're back. That was exciting, wasn't it? You probably heard there. We had to cut that a little bit short because Rob got in on a lovely tope. Andy, fair play to you, man. This is magic. You delivered here, man.
Yeah, we got a nice fish. Just ran when we were talking there, so abandoned the podcast, abandoned everything, and got him on board.
All hands on deck.
Got a couple of pictures and got him safely released back. So nice fish. We're working it out there. We don't have scales on the boat. We're just working it out roughly. So probably in around the 25-30 pound mark. Nice fish, healthy. And we have them back out, and the rods are back in action again, so hopefully.
Robert, talk us through. How'd you get on there, man?
So, what actually happened was I was baiting up a different rod, and then we had the two tope rods on, like, what would you call it? Like, it's on its ratchet. So the tope's free to pick it up and run with it, and it just makes a large clicking noise to let you know in the case that something's at the picking it up. I wanted a strike straight away, but Andy told me not to because they're notorious for dropping the bait out. So we waited till he stopped and took into a second run and then struck and set the hook. Now, was I nervous? They put up a good fight, don't they, Andy?
Yeah, nice little fight. Like we were just on about it there. He went up tide, then down tide, and we had him at the boat at one stage, and he went again. He just wasn't ready. Originally I was going to try and just tail him, but we opted to put a loop over him and get him in that way. But yeah, they put up a nice little fight,
I tell you
get
what
the
was,
adrenaline going.
What was really cool for me was when you catch the flash of white, the flash of colour coming up through the water and you see the size of it. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
I made a mistake here.
There was one stage there where you were kind of slowing down a bit, and I was like, no, keep going, because we haven't seen the colour yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, nice little run. Hopefully we'll get another one now for Anto. Get the big man on one,
Yeah.
and
if he gets tired, sure, I'll jump in and give him a hand.
first substitution.
As soon as one of us has the mic, it's time to slaughter the other one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand you back over to Anto.
Yeah, look, it was savage. It was savage. Really, really exciting. Look, if we don't get to catch another fish, I've got to see one being landed. That's as big a fish as I've ever been, as close to. Andy, you've obviously been on a lot bigger than that, but that's your biggest fish, Rob, is it?
Yeah. It would have been like a bucket list sort of thing for me to catch a tope. So I'm over the moon.
Job done. I tell you. Well, that's 2 or 3 things ticked off my list. I've seen one being landed. We've landed a couple of lobster. So yeah, it is magic. Sligo always produces, Andy.
Always, and like it's always like this. Loads of fish, good weather,
Great weather.
Yeah, good pints,
good bites.
Yeah, nice
exactly.
Yeah,
we were talking actually just on that last night. We were down. We had a bit of grub in the drift. Oh,
just
sorry now.
We're away.
Hold on. Right, we're back again. This is going to be a bit stop-starty, man. I think this is a good omen. Every time we talk on this thing, the ratchet on the rod starts to go.
Yeah, it was very funny when we first started recording. I was like, should have started the podcast half an hour ago. We got a fish straight away.
Straight away, every time, yeah. So what happened here, as you probably heard in the background, my rod hit. We started to look at that one. Rob started to reel in his one. And what do you think happened there, Andy?
Probably the fish on your line probably snagged up in Rob's. And I'd say cut it off because we've actually it cut off on that one. So he probably just caught in the line. He was actually running up tight towards Rob's anyway. So
yeah,
that's all part of it. It's fishing, not catching.
Absolutely.
So we're just set up again now.
Yeah, so bear with us. Any moment now is going to happen.
Yeah.
If it does happen, Andy, stick the mic down to the ratchet.
Oh yeah. I'll get it down.
But my God, it's exciting fishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely, like we gave it a wee lash yesterday. Probably wasn't the right time to be doing it, but we were trying anyway. And just was a bit slow, a bit too much tide running. So we're nearly up on low water. Probably there is just an hour to go. So that'll be kind of prime time for us.
Okay.
An hour and a half before, an hour and a half after.
After.
Like our best time.
Okay. So we haven't even reached the peak yet.
No.
Wow. They're powerful fish, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they are. They're very powerful. But a brilliant fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I seen yours there. You've caught, what's the biggest one you've caught, Andy?
Oh, Jesus. Well up in the 30s, 40s, like even bigger probably. Like, wouldn't be big into the trophy stuff, so whatever I catch, get it in the water, get it back out.
Yeah.
And no point in killing it or measuring it and that kind of stuff. It's memories.
Absolutely. We're talking about memories, but I think we're just about to talk about that when we were down last night. We were just talking about the driftwood, which we stayed in the driftwood, which is a fantastic little hotel down here in Ross's Point. But we also had a nice bit of grub there, and then we went across to. Sorry, lads, we're on all an edge here now. This is like we went across to Harry's bar.
In Ross's Point. 2 in Sligo, so one of them is in town, and then one's in Ross's Point. So that'd be kind of my local. That would have been traditionally, like I would have fished with the late Harry. He died a good few years ago now, but I would have started to fish with him. My dad started to fish with him, so there's a good tradition there with us and Harry's. I'd be good mates with Daryl from Ewing's Charter, so we passed him on the way out this morning and I rang him just to see how he got on getting mackerel and stuff, and he was saying to us that there was a few tope coming over here, so we said we'd give it a lash. Yeah.
Which is, I think we're going to be having a chat with Daryl hopefully soon. We might try and get out with him one of the days.
Yeah.
And for, like, I suppose down in the pub you were saying there, you guys have there's a long lineage between you and the pub. We were looking at some memorabilia and photographs. Your dad was in it, sporting a lovely mullet and the flares and all kinds. And we ended up, I think we stayed there till the wee hours this morning. Myself,
just pointed to the lads there now. We actually have dolphins probably about 150 yards ahead of us.
There they are there, yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
it's phenomenal. We had a couple of seals here earlier on, but there's everywhere you look, there's there's a nuke or a cranny with some sort of history of shooting or fishing, or there's a tuna tail.
Yeah, tuna tail in the pub. First one Darren caught years and years ago. So yeah, it's nice. Just bits and pieces, like the pub itself. You could probably spend 3 or 4 hours going round and you still wouldn't see everything in it.
The well.
The well.
It was fascinating.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
The street that's a boat.
Yeah.
And then Rob was well impressed up the back towards the toilets. There's the handrails off the lighthouse, the old cast handrails.
Savage.
So yeah,
it's all that type of. Is it a whale jaw?
Whale jaw. There's the bow thruster, the telegraphs from a ship that was burnt in town. So yeah,
if anyone's down here this way, it is well worth a visit. You'll go in there, and as you say, you'll burn 3 or 4 hours walking around, enjoying a few jars. And I have to say, man, I wouldn't be a Guinness aficionado, but I'd be recommending for those who like Guinness, and those who don't, try one in there. It's savage. It's a pint of cream, literally. But yeah, and we've just beside us here. What's the swimming pools? Is it?
Oh, so that's Dead Man's Point, yeah. So, just down beside the beach. So we have the first beach and the second beach in Ross's Point, and just beside the first beach, towards the yacht club, is the outdoor swimming pool or the sea swimming pool.
It's brilliant. It's like 3-sided concrete, and the open ocean comes in, and that's the swimming pool, and the hot saunas, and
there's the hot saunas then on the other side, and it's very good.
Brilliant. Getting back to the lobsters, that was a highlight for me. Obviously, I've never experienced that like you haven't either, Rob. But you were saying your dad. We were chatting to your dad, Joe, yesterday. I think we kind of since he was 14 or 15, is it?
Yeah. So he would have started then, and I would have started something similar. But on more commercial side, like I would have done more hobby side before that. So yeah. Sorry, no, that's just the radio.
That's the radio in the background.
So yeah.
This is really live, isn't it? Oh look, it's going to be a live podcast. So we're out in the water. It's going to be.
Yeah, the weather is pretty awesome when you think about it. Like we're recording a podcast probably 3 miles off the shore here.
Yeah.
And it's like a milk pond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not a breath of wind. We had a wee bit of a breeze in the morning, a wee bit of sea breeze, but now it's gone.
You were saying that, explain that, you were saying to us this morning, the sea breeze on and off offshore.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
It's all to do with the land and the water heating up at different stages, or it takes longer. So the wind then, or the breeze comes from the land to the sea, if the sea is colder, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's all to do with warm air rises, cold air goes towards it.
So
fills the void.
In the afternoon, that you called it exactly.
Yeah, so we were coming out. There was a wee bit of a breeze this morning. We were coming out, and I said to Rob, first of all, when we were up getting ready to go, we were all getting ready like yesterday. I was super warm yesterday. I said to Rob, it'll be a little bit chilly now in the morning. So jumpers were brought, but they weren't needed. And then I said to them, the lads on the way out, I was like, once we get to midday or a bit after, the wind's going to drop. And
which it
there
has.
It is now, it's gone.
And you'll say then it'll start to change the other way then in the afternoon.
So this evening then we'll be expecting the wind to pick up later on this evening when the land starts to cool down quicker than the sea. Another thing to see.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
You get the same phenomena in lakes, but they would need to be bigger lakes. Like
yes, yeah. Yesterday evening, then after the lobsters, we went on to a bit of what were we doing?
We were jigging for
mackerel and we're on whiting and stuff.
Yeah, so we went jigging for mackerel just for bait for the Tope, and then in the process of jigging, we caught some whiting, a place.
Yeah.
And pollock. So we caught a couple of different species, but our target species was mackerel. So big fish eat small fish, so that's why we were looking for mackerel. But I found it fascinating, Andy, the lobsters. Someone doesn't have to get a license. So if you want to be a novice lobster.
Yeah, you can have a couple of pots there as a novice, and you can feed your family as such. It's a traditional thing. So you can land up to 1 lobster and 3 crabs a day, but that's it. You can't store them. So yeah.
So that means you can have one string of how many?
Well,
first of all, what is a string? Because people won't know this.
So I fish in a small boat, so I fish strings of 5. So that's how we work. But A lot of hobbyist ones would only fish one on a rope.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it
And
just
they can have a max of what?
up to six.
6.
Six. There's some rules and regulations with that. You're meant to put your name on it, the name of your boat, and I think you're meant to put your mobile number. I'm not sure. So like we have to put the name of the boat and the number of the boat. So that's on all of our buoys. So you can see that straight away. Like yeah.
And then you were saying they're not allowed to keep.
They're not allowed to have a key pot. So
So what's a key pot?
So the way we work it, we have key pots. So obviously we sell to restaurants and different things like that. So when you have that, you mightn't necessarily have enough in the one day, or they mightn't want them today. They mightn't be open until tomorrow or the next day. So key pot is basically a store box. It's basically a frame that's netted off. There's no way in and out, only through a door that you control. And that's how we store them. So like the lobsters we caught from yesterday, they're in the key pot. We might sell them tomorrow or the next day. We'll see how we go.
So basically it just keeps them alive.
Yeah.
How long do they last out of water?
So depending on the weather, it's all to do with weather. As I said to you yesterday, so heat is a major factor. So, and you got to keep them cold and wet if you can. You're probably talking on a normal day, an hour and a half to 2 hours, for keeping them. And then you need to be cooking them then within an hour and a half to 2 hours after they die as such. Normally the way I'd work it is you get them cooked straight away or as soon as possible.
Okay, yeah.
For the likes of you now, you'll bring a couple with you today, hopefully home. So cool box, and you'll get a couple of hours out of them, and then be looking at cooking them at home.
And I thought it was fascinating, like small little tips and tricks that you weren't even really talking about, but we were watching as you were doing it. So when he gets them in and puts them into the crate, they actually fight amongst themselves. So Andy was throwing a hessian sack over them, and that actually calms them down and stops them fighting.
Yeah, it's the bit of weight that they just chill out, like, you know.
Yeah, and they drop claws.
Yeah, so when you get in the winter time, it's more prevalent in the winter. When it's really cold, they'll drop off their claws instead of holding them, and the temperature's well down. And then the really big ones, the claws are just quite heavy. So obviously when they're in the water, they don't feel any weight. But then when you take them out, there's all of a sudden this big weight on them, and they'll just shoot it off.
And
it'll grow back.
Yeah.
We had one yesterday, I think, where it had a big claw and a small claw.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll grow back. They shed normally 2 times a year. So the first shed, they'll get like a pinky purple soft claw that won't go hard, and then it'll gradually get bigger. It'll never fully equalise, but it'll you can get close enough, like, you know.
Yeah.
So,
fascinating stuff, especially someone like me coming from Dublin would never have been around anything like this.
Yeah.
And getting to experience it with someone who's been doing it since they're a child.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Now,
we just actually had a wee garfish run across the surface, so behind us there.
Steve goes after it.
Yeah.
So the reason that there's only me and Andy talking, and then Anto and Andy, because we only have 2 mics, so I'm going to pass you back to Anto.
No, thanks very much, Robert. Yeah. And you were saying as well yesterday, just before that, you do a little bit of very small bit crab.
Yeah. So very small bit of that, like more so if people want it.
Yeah. Price wouldn't be as...
Yeah, it wouldn't be as good. And then like we wouldn't necessarily be selling it. Like it'd be, you boys asked us for a few crabs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But similar principle.
Yeah. We're a small boat, so space is premium.
Yeah.
So we tend to aim for premium fish in lobsters, higher per kilo value, and that's how we work it.
And there's big regulations on you guys. Like it's you've.
Yeah. So licenses worked on size of boat and then power of engine. So, you know, you wouldn't see 10 or 12 grand going in a small boat at all. And once you start getting bigger, it's more. And, you know, bottom line, you have to be making money, like. You know? And
then you were explaining to us then about the tails. You notch the female tails.
Yeah. So we do a lot of work with BIM, and that's who does that. So basically, what we do is we catch hens. I think there's a couple of pictures of buried ones.
Yes, yeah.
So we've then put aside now. BIM guy, I actually got a call there. He'll be coming tomorrow afternoon. So he'll come. He'll measure them, weigh them, and then he'll measure them and weigh them, and then he'll give us a docket for them, and then he'll V-notch them, and we'll get paid for them then in a couple of weeks. Depending on the price, it's at the minute it's market price.
Yeah.
But it's not always market price. It depends.
Can be a little bit below.
But the beauty of that is we're basically putting egged females out into your ground again.
Yes.
And, it's not costing anything. So it's garfish.
Garfish
So
straight again,
just popping on the surface and the
seagulls after them.
seagulls chasing them now. Yeah.
Like you guys, I think we're in, especially here, there's an abundance of lobster, but that's not by accident. You guys have been managing this for the last 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You've been notching for the last 20, is it? Is that what you said?
We're coming up on 20 years notching between the different boats here, and it's sustainable. Like that's the key part.
Yeah.
It's all about pushing on the sustainability.
Yeah, and you see that by your numbers. You get steady, not over exuberant numbers by any means, but you're getting steady numbers all the time, and in around the same size.
Yeah, that'll be the difference. Like when I started, we used to get big lobsters and then small lobsters, but now it's kind of plateaued out, and we're getting an average size.
Yeah.
Like I think we had one particularly big one that Rob was on about yesterday. But in general, they were all pretty much the same.
Pretty much, yeah,
size,
in around,
you know what I mean?
in around.
And like that's fine too. Like you're selling them off. You're able to work out your averages a bit better. And all that.
Yeah. And the idea then of notching it is that if that female is caught again and she doesn't have berries or eggs hanging, that the next lobster man or you guys will know that's an egg producing female. Is that correct?
Yeah. So once they get a V in their tail, Rob's just taking off a week white in there. Once they get a V in their tail, that's it. They can't be sold until that V is gone. And that can take up to 7 years.
7 years.
So you're talking 7 years of egg reproducing, and then when you get to the tail end of that and the V is pretty much gone, you can get them notched again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
and as they get older, does their egg producing capabilities become less and less and less, or?
To be honest, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Like, I wouldn't say so. Like, I've seen eggs on very big lobsters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've also seen eggs on very, very small lobsters.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know how that breaks down, to be honest.
But look, it's a phenomenal system because it means, as you said, you're putting essentially the foundation in for your next batch of lobster. So it's brilliant. It's really cool to see.
Like we would see recatching of notched lobsters.
Yeah.
Yesterday now we didn't, but we would be catching 2-3 notched lobsters every time we're out, maybe more.
Yeah.
Out here in the bay, in the deeper water, you'd be seeing a bit more of them. Like
I think did we see one of the last ones? It was just a bare.
Very, very.
You said that was probably one that was nearly out of its 7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Which was deadly to see. And then I suppose the look at you have to, I presume, the commercial side out here. Is there a couple of bigger commercial boats?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of bigger commercial boats. There was one there away behind us at one stage now. He's shot off somewhere.
Is that him there?
Oh, yeah. So we have one of the lads just inside us there. Stephen Mannion is his name, and he's actually big into his hunting as well.
Oh, very good.
So it kind of goes part and part of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were just saying yesterday, it is a fantastic way of life. Obviously, it's not for the faint-hearted. We got to see the very best of it here because the seas are calm and the weather is fine and stuff, but it's not always like that in Sligo. There's a couple of days a year where it's raining.
Oh yeah. We get out 1 or 2 days of rain. 1 or 2 days of rain a year, and that's it. The rest of it's
but it's a really cool way of life. It's kind of like it's a throwback in a sense. There's a big community down there. Everyone knows everyone down at the pier. I was watching you yesterday tying off boats and stuff, and just like ask yourself, and then we're down in the pub and down Harry's, and it's people knocking in. Do you know what I mean? It's a really tight-knit community, which is cool to see.
And we met Luke.
But still super welcoming. Like, it's not like you won't be allowed in, or you know what I mean? Like, ye boys were obviously in the point before me. I said, I'll meet you at 9:30. I actually met one of the lads that we met last night, Frank, and he had said, there's a couple of boys up there fishing. Are they with you? And I was like, yeah, that's them. And then we were chatting to him last night, him and his wife Jackie.
That's right.
In Harry's.
Yeah.
super welcoming. Yeah, so
Yeah. It's a real. They know how to treat people coming into the village, and like Rob said there, we met your brother Luke, of course, who's. You get the sense he's fanatical about dogs.
yeah,
Yeah.
big into his pointers, loves them.
Loads of you know by talking to him. He's really enthusiastic about his dogs, and we hope to get down. He sent a few videos this morning of Hector, is it?
Yeah, Hector's his latest one. Yeah,
yeah, black German pointer.
No, Hector's his brown one, his chocolate one. The black one was Nero. His last dog. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And we were hoping, I think, to get back down to you in the later on in the season, maybe do a little bit of rough shooting, and a little bit of fishing again.
Yeah.
Andy, thanks a million for having us down.
Oh Jesus, no problems at all.
It's phenomenal.
No,
brilliant.
It's a good couple of days, like, you know.
I suppose behind it all, from my perspective, Andy, is like-minded people. Like last night in the pub, like let's say talking to yourself and Luke, you're fanatical about rough shooting, and you can tell Luke is crazy into dogs. Just the way you can see the passion in him.
Yeah.
So I know this is brilliant. I'm at the catching my very first Tope. I'm at seeing lobster fishing. Like that side of it is brilliant. But just meeting up with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Oh lads, the ratchet's starting to go again.
Just have a wee click there. No
so
panic.
yeah, from me and Anto, thanks a million, buddy.
Oh yeah, no problems at all.
That's
Like,
the
just,
ratchet
it's great to
starting
see.
to
Like, and like we had a good couple of days, and you know where it is now. You know, you can always instead of heading south towards the Wicklow, you can head west towards
shoot west.
And the fucking invitation is open to you.
Oh,
Absolutely. I think. Look, we've learned a fair. Sorry, loud lads. We've learned a huge amount over the last couple of days, and that's what we're only touching the surface. We hope to get back down, and as Rob said, you're welcome any day up to us.
Yeah.
And drop up and see how we do things incorrectly up in the East Coast.
Like we talked about that last night. Like it's not about doing things correctly or incorrectly.
No.
If it works for you, it works for you.
Exactly.
And that was what we were on about with the dogs. Like.
Yeah.
It's about finding and encouraging. I think we're on that same wavelength there. We talked about last night, whether putting up a post on Facebook and people asking a question or trying to find out something. Our community especially needs to be a lot more welcoming to people who have questions, because it's daunting enough. Like I'm here sitting with two men who fish a lot, and I'm lucky enough that, you know, I don't feel like a tick in the middle of the two. He's explaining things to me, and that's what it's all about. And hopefully then we pay it forward, have a chat on the podcast and stuff, and somebody else learns a little bit, or they ask another question. And I think that's what it's about.
That's definitely it. Like, yeah. It's everyone started somewhere.
Yeah.
And then some of us were lucky enough, and like the likes of me, that I started super young, and it was ingrained in my family. But you have to look at people from the outside, and you have to welcome them into our sport, because it's the future. No matter what way you look at it. Like if you think about it, you have one person that comes in later in life, and then all of a sudden he's a kid that gets involved, and then that's your future. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Well, I have to say, from myself and Rob, you two guys especially, are the future of the sport down here. You've done a phenomenal job down in the West. Keep up the good work.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be back down to keep an eye on you just in case. All right?
Yeah. You can put down and make sure we're keeping it.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a million, Andy.
No bother at all. Take it easy now.